everyone.
Wow, you started like 3 seconds too early.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Hi, y'all.
Very excited.
Welcome to Knitting in Our Jeans.
And yes, her hair is purple.
My hair is purple. It's purple.
I think it took 6 hours.
It did. It took 6 hours. But it's okay. It's because my hair is so dark, and in order to get it bleached, it took 2 hours then.
Okay.
It's
going to the grocery store.
So, yeah. But it is purple, and it's super multidimensional, if you can see all that. And I think it's still subtle enough for the office, but we'll find out.
We'll find out. Yes.
So, yeah. I'm Lizz on Instagram and Ravelry. I'm Toolizzforyou, Toolizzforyou.
And I'm Carolyn. I'm CPREDMOR on Instagram, Ravelry, and a lot of the times I'm Knitting in Our Jeans-C on Instagram. And in fact, I posted a picture today of one of the large sailboats that was passing us by. This is a boat, Mitsia, that I have never seen leave the dock.
We've seen it out.
Gone.
Like, not there, and we've seen it at the dock.
But never underway. And today I saw it all of a sudden. It was with my bangs. Well, I know it's with my bangs. We went out in the water today, so I'm all crinkly again. And we saw it leave the dock and stately and majestically kind of go all the way around.
Well, they have side thrusters, so they like kind of turned out and just went, and we were just like, damn.
Yeah, really.
Damn.
Really. And they were motoring, not sailing.
Yeah.
And then we found out, I decided to look them up to see how deep their draft is or how deep below the boat they go. And when they're in sailing mode, they go like 26 feet.
Oh my God.
But when they're powering like they were today, it's only 6.5 feet. So when you're sailing, you need to have a keel weighted and deep enough to counterbalance the effect of the sails, which is why they have a folding retractable keel, so that they can put it down when they're under sail. So they weren't under sail. They were having a picnic lunch at the dock, and then they went out sailing or motoring, and when they came back, they had a lovely dinner on the dock. We could see because they were all eating outside. Anyway, then I also found out the boat's up for sale. So if you have an extra $10 million, I could be your best friend. It's amazing inside, and I think could sail around the world 16 times. It is truly amazing. Anyway, and when we got back, they had their garage door up, which is a lower door where you can stuff your inflatables and your
Sea-doos
and your
kayaks.
and your spare little runabouts. And with theirs up, you can see the stairway that leads upstairs. You can see all the way through the boat.
It's pretty crazy.
It was hysterical. It really was. So anyway, yes, we were out on our boat getting the less and the mechanicals fixed and done for our sailing starting on Friday. So we're not going to be recording for a couple weeks.
3 weekends.
3 weekends. We will be back on a Monday, July 9th, and so we'll have to see what your work schedule is. Yeah. We'll have to see. She's really kind of crunched during the week. So, but it's around July, so maybe it won't be quite as crunchy.
We'll see.
We'll do our best. I'll try to take pictures and post them up on Instagram of my knitting out in public or knitting at sea and stuff like that. It's not hard. I knit all the time.
We'll take photos around 4th of July, too.
Yes. We should be able to
be
together then. And hopefully we'll see Marianne before then, too.
Hopefully.
We'll see. As long as the weather's good. Yeah. So anyway, yes, we are going sailing. We're leaving this Friday, and we're going up to Nantucket. I keep wanting to call it Narragansett, but we are not going into, I don't believe we're in Narragansett Bay. Could be that we're part of Narragansett Bay on our way to Nantucket. So we leave from here, we go to Port Jeff, we go to Stonington, Connecticut. From there, I think we go to Cutty Hunk.
Water.
Okay, we go to Cutty Hunk.
Feels like you're getting dry.
Now that you mention it. Cutty Hunk, Martha's Vineyard, and Nantucket, and then we turn around and come back via Bristol, Rhode Island, where friends of ours are, and we're going to be spending 4th of July with them.
And then she comes and sees me in Stonington on the 5th and 6th.
Should be fun.
It should be.
And then we kind of meet up with another pair of friends, and then we wend our way home. So I managed to talk my husband into an extra day vacation so we could fit it all in. Yes.
Because I got very upset when Daddy said, "Oh no, we're not doing that."
Wait a minute. What do you mean we're not doing that?
Because I was like, "Oh, so we're gonna go sailing on that like Friday or Saturday?" And he was like, "No, we're not." And I was like,
he had forgotten.
"Excuse me." I took those days off for this.
He had forgotten, but no, we've made it all better.
We have,
and so that is that. So anyway, this is.
So what did you do? What did you finish this week?
I finished my Moderne and blocked it, and I love it. Now I don't have the dress on that this goes with, and I will admit that I've made a few mistakes because I was very excited about finishing.
Excuse me. Oh, so you don't have a big hole in the last few?
Yeah, but I've got little holes.
Oh,
but
good.
Anyway, I do have. So if I put it on the correct way, I'll have the big holes there, and then we can. But I'm not taking it apart. And as I've always said, there are no knitting police. And if there are, they should go away. Because it's more important, I think, that we all, do projects that we like and are happy with than worrying about the knitting police. So this is where I lost it with the big holes. I made 2 little holes here. That's kind of funny. But I can still get the end through. And then I remembered to make another big hole here. And I have a hole here. Well, you know, I was knitting this a lot when I wasn't home. And so I was making up stuff as I like that. So anyway, there's my Moderne. It is all blocked. And boy, it really got softer after I blocked it. It really was lovely. So this is now all done and up in my closet waiting for weather for a long sleeve dress. Not this week because it was 93 degrees today and when we were out on the boat. And so this is a dress that I made from fabric that we got down in Alexandria, Virginia at the
Stitch Sew Shop.
Stitch Sew Shop. And I really like the dress. It's got a higher neck front. It's got a lower back. But it's really nice. So I'm very pleased with that. And, of course, it's Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to any fathers who watches. And happy Father's Day for all of your families. I hope it was really warm and wonderful and healthy and happy and all of that.
And any mothers who pull double duty.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I said all the families.
Well, yes.
Yes, moms who pull double duty, God bless your little hearts. Because we know how difficult just being mom is, much less being sole parent. So, good for you. And put your feet up if you can. Probably not.
So you want to see what I finished?
Well, I think you ought to talk about what you did today.
I went up the mast.
Yes, you did. Up to the first spreader.
Up to the first spreaders. It was.
Her
so
father...
Dad goes, I'm going to go up the mast.
And we're going, what? And
my father is 6'2" and has had 2 titanium rods put in his back. How are you going up the mast, sir?
Yeah.
I'm going to hoist myself up there. I'm sorry, you're going to do what now?
You know what I think he was going to do? I think he was going to pull on those ropes, and we were then going to tighten them.
I'm not going there.
That's what he was going to do.
I'm not going there.
So she said no.
And I said no,
and
I'll go
I
up.
Volunteered.
No, I said I'll go up. And then Mom goes, I can do it. And I was like, Mom, no. No. Let me do it.
I'm not 6'2".
No. But you also have jumpy tummy.
Well, yes, I do.
So
the problem that started last week has not gone away.
No. Plus, you just get jumpy tummy anyways on the boat sometimes. So I went up the mast. And of course, my father goes, you might have to climb a little bit. What? No. I looked at him. I looked at the mast, and I looked back at him, and I said no. And he goes,
no way.
Yeah, maybe we'll just hoist you up. And I was like, yeah, I think that's a good idea, Dad. So all of a sudden, I'm going up the mast. And so I actually, it was fine, and he was funny because he
was terrified.
He was absolutely like losing his mind.
Yes. But she replaced the bulb.
He kept on being like, "You okay? You okay? Take your time. All the time you need. You're good."
So
Thanks,
annoying.
Dad.
So annoying.
And
when you're in the dental chair and falling asleep, he goes, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to bite you if you do that one more time. Leave me alone.
He's the worst. I love him dearly. Mind you, I came home I came over after I got my hair done. He's working outside, and I go, well, I came home. I had a blasting migraine yesterday, like so bad that I thought I was going to throw up in the car on the way home, and I was trying to figure out how to do so without throwing up all over my car.
Your car?
Yeah. I still didn't figure it out, but I got home before it happened. I did not throw up, but I came home and I promptly fell asleep on the couch. Well, it took meds, and then Mom was like, "Go to sleep." Yeah, I was like, "Okay." And so then Dad came home, and then Dad was playing outside on something or other, and I go outside and I say, "Hi, how are you doing?" And he goes, "Nice hair."
Very nice.
Only my father would respond with, "Oh, nice hair."
Nice. Very nice.
And then of course a few hours later we're all watching TV together, and he goes, "Oh, wait, this is something you just did today? It's not something you did like on Tuesday?" "No, I did it today." "Oh, well, it looks very nice."
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
He's a prince. He's quite the prince.
He's cute, though.
Yes.
We'll keep
Very
him.
Cute. So what did you finish something this week?
So I did finish something this week. It is still wet, unfortunately, because I am blocking it. But I finished my Mia.
Yes, folks, it is that Mia. So she gets to enter this into our whip along.
Woohoo! So
I should enter mine in our whip along.
Yeah, you should. So I don't know. I want to leave it here to just keep drying. But, well, I mean, I have to come out here anyways on Thursday to give you guys your water bottles, so I could leave it.
You could.
That might be I might do that.
That's a thought.
Because I kind of want to bring it or wear it this coming up weekend. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see. But I finished it, and it's awesome. It used, I think it's like 800, 900 yards.
And she has 3 skeins left over.
I have 3 skeins left over. They're about 100 yards and 50 grams each.
Mitts?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
Knee
Maybe
socks?
a crop top.
Crop top?
To wear with all my skirts and high-waisted stuff.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Sounds good.
But it's a lovely yarn to work with. It's Ellery Cozy Bamboo. And yeah, so that got done. I kind of put down my Zweig all week in order to do that because
it's always good to finish something. You feel so good.
Exactly. I've been having a very off week at work.
I'm having a very bad week either. I want to dive into some more of these projects. I just want to do 3 rows on each one. Really sad.
Yeah, I mean, with work, I feel like nothing is getting done the way it needs to be, so I was like, I'm going to finish something. I'm going to finish this. This is going to get done. I'm going to feel so accomplished. And I do. And so it fits. It looks really good. I tried it on before I threw it in the washer and dryer.
I got something in my eye.
But you agree it looks good?
Oh, it looks great. That's not a problem. I just, I think an eyelash fell in my eye.
Oh, no.
Yes.
So I am also still trucking along on the blanket for my friend for her wedding.
The Heritage.
Hemlock ring blanket.
We knew it was an 8.
And we're getting there. We're on row 48 out of
952.
So, the pattern says you can end it on row 62.
Okay.
But they have it charted until row 71, 75.
Let's see how much you need
So,
done.
I'll see how much yarn I have. And I want to gift this weekend. So,
bring a gift bag.
Yeah. So that's that. So So that's all I have in terms of things I've been working on. I have other things I want to talk to you about, but I figured we should talk about your other things as well first.
Yes. So, I mentioned last week that I hadn't quite gotten to the halfway point. Well, I have now reached the halfway point on my sweater. So, would you hold that one armhole?
Armhole?
Armhole. So, the halfway point was reaching the armhole on the front. And
the back is downstairs blocking.
Yes. And so what...
This is lovely.
Isn't that nice? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my V-neck when I finish... I think I'm supposed to start the V-neck any moment.
Yeah.
So that is somewhere around here.
Here, this.
No, that's marking... That is the start of the armhole. In the center, so I can measure it so that it will be 8.5 inches from there. So 2 inches, which means a 6-inch decrease. I'm going to look to see where I want to put that V-neck. I may want to go up another inch.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm thinking I want to go up another inch.
Probably,
because I don't need to be worrying about when I lean over or something like that. I want to be able to wear this to work.
Yep.
And I have basketball players. Now, I know... I'm not so egotistical to think that the basketball players are dying to see what's down Dr. Primore's front. But when you're 6'2", 6'4", 6'8", and 7 foot, and you look down to look at my face, and the neckline's low, whatever, we're not going there. We're not doing that. So anyway, I've made progress on this.
No need to make them feel embarrassed for accidentally seeing something.
That's right.
Because...
they would be hysterical. Oh my God.
I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah. They're very sweet. I love my basketball players. So then I have been working on my Zweig.
I know. I'm so impressed.
So
it's so pretty.
This.
It's so subtle. I love it. I love it.
Oh
my God. I love it. It's perfect.
I really do love it. I'm very pleased. And so I'm now working on my second, I think I'm about halfway through my second repeat on the body. There are some tiny cables that you end up doing in the body to help draw it together and keep it kind of going all in the right direction. I am very pleased with this.
I'm still on that first row.
I will admit that I have been reading because with my jumpy tummy, sometimes, I don't know what my problem is. Actually, I was feeling guilty that I hadn't worked on a paper. So, of course, rather than get up and work on the paper.
Still on the first row of that color work stripe section. You were reading.
I decided to read.
Yeah.
Novels. Murder mysteries. I've got a new favorite author, Estelle Ryan, whose heroine is a high-functioning autistic.
Ah.
Yes. Genevieve, I think, Legrand.
Okay.
Dr. Genevieve Legrand. And Legand. Legand. And I have fallen in love with these books. I really have. I like Genevieve. They live in France, this whole group. And she doesn't like her name said the French way, Genevieve. She likes the English version, Genevieve. And her parents were diplomats, and she says they're incredibly false. She is one of the world's experts in nonverbal communication. So she's on a team where she is the truth evaluator. Yes.
The soothsayer.
Yes. And I am just having so much fun with these books. I'm on book number 10 out of 12, and I started them last week.
Not surprised.
Yeah. So, anyway, I could have done more on my Zweig, and I think what my plan is to do now is to just go ahead and finish the body on the Zweig. Maybe just finish the Zweig, and then go back to my Julia. Because I don't know that, I don't know what's on the sleeves. I have a feeling the sleeves are kind of plain. X pattern. Sleeves. Nope. The sleeves have the same X pattern.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Yep. that's fine. So I can do that. So it's the same pattern as the body. I only have to go, I'm going to go probably 14 inches for my body from the underarm. And then you knit, and then you do the ribbed hem. Easy for me to say, obviously. So I'm actually thinking I could finish the body this week. And then I could do the sleeves on the boat. So, of course, I am planning to take 4 projects with me.
Which 4?
I'm taking the Zweig. And when I finish the sleeves, then I can work on my Julia. When I get bored, I can work on my sugar maple, which has started looking pretty good. And then I'm going to bring my linen sweater with me just in case. I don't really think I'm going to get a whole lot done on the linen, but I could switch off between that and the sugar maple, you know. I have terrible feelings about startitis or dipping into some of these other projects. I don't know what my problem is. I think I don't know. I would say itchy fingers.
Mm-hmm.
I usually am better focused than this, but I've had no focus this week.
You gave it all to me.
Oh, well, okay. That's
I'm okay
fine.
with this.
You're okay with that?
I need to finish this blanket in a week.
Okay.
I mean, I
bet you can do that.
I only have 10, 12, 14 more rows, technically.
So that is... Oh, and then...
But wait,
in terms of acquisitions...
Oh.
I'll take them out of the bag. I bruised terribly, and when I already have bruises from today. So
I probably do too.
I can't wear shorts on the boat because it looks like I've been beaten with a stick.
I wear jeans.
So, and jeans can be so hot and so heavy. So I got Lululemons. So this is one to wear. Well, you were the one who told me to get patterns.
I love it. I love it.
And then...
I mean, again, as long as your shirt covers your butt when you get off the dock.
I got these. And then I have a pair that already have to go into the wash because we were out today and I was kneeling in the salt water in order to grab the mooring and tie it up. So I have knees and butts full of salt water in those. But they're blue. So I'm taking these with me. And I'm probably taking maybe a pair... Maybe 2 pairs of the black. I think I'm going to take one of the flared, what do they call it, the retro, throwback, the throwback pair, and one of these pairs with me. Nothing like packing light, I say. So, and I'll probably take a shirt for each day.
Probably a good idea.
Probably a good idea because it gets so blooming hot. That, and then I'm going to take my black sweater that I knit. Okay. And the name of that sweater just flew right up. I want to say Bristol, but that's not it.
It's the one that everyone has done. It's the one, Featherweight?
No. I'm talking about the black with the cable down the back.
Oh.
Yes.
That one.
That one. The Featherweight aggravates me.
Yeah, I know.
Because it keeps falling off my shoulders. It doesn't have enough on the front to keep it on, so I want to take the other one because it's nice and warm. I finished that on a Mother's Day weekend, I think 2 years ago. I'm standing in Avalon there.
Rival.
When I thought Bristol, it's close. If you took the B off, so it's the Rival. And I'm taking that. And I actually may take that sweater that I got from Talbot's because our friend was the one who told me about that. So it would make her just so smiling if she saw me wearing that sweater that she told me to get. So I think I'll take that. And then, of course, I've got all my sailing jackets, which are really good windbreakers. I bought 2 pairs of new sailing sandals. So I've got one pair that I can switch off with my older pair so that when my feet are soaked in the one, I have a dry pair to put on that night. And, of course, I'm going to be bringing my wool socks. Oh, that's the other thing I have.
You're bringing 5 projects.
Well, I'm bringing my socks. So I've got my sock. Actually, I've decided to make this 60 stitches. And it's a rounded toe. I love rounded toes.
Mm-hmm.
Something about just the way they look, the symmetry. I don't really like the little pointy toe thing because most of us don't have pointy feet. So I've got my 60 stitches, and now I'm just going till it's time to put in the heel. So I probably bring this too because it fits into your purse. So it's good purse knitting.
Good purse knitting.
And I will bring with me the heel that you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll put that in this pair, and then I can work on my design for the ankle, which has been morphing in my head. I may not work on it while we're gone. I may wait until we get back because it's kind of morphing in my head.
Okay.
So we're working on that. But so I did work on my
your yarn ball had darning needles in it, apparently. The blue one.
Weird.
Yeah.
How weird. Oh, you know what? I bet it got sat next to my pincushion downstairs, and it just kind of sucked it up. All right. Well, we can put them in the pincushion that's up here.
It's over here.
Oh, okay. Doesn't everybody have knitted pincushions? Well, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Actually,
I think you picked that up from Cheryl.
I think so, too. So anyway, pincushion, and then downstairs that one is one I crocheted. So,
yeah.
What is new and exciting in your life? I have no other stash acquisition.
So,
just closing. What have you got?
So remember how you were showing us your yarn for your
Turning point?
No. You were showing us your yarn for Tour de Sock.
Yes. Yes, yes.
So I saw this pink, and I was like, watch, this would be perfect.
Yes, you did say that.
For my fading point. And so I brought my fading point.
Now, is the fading point a shawl?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Which is why you have those greens over there.
I thought I was going to do... This was my new Locatelli thing.
That's a fading point.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I thought it was
She's
something
really
else.
cute, isn't she?
I know what I'm talking about. I just don't know.
So there's my fading point.
Oh, I love it.
I actually just ordered a skein of this, and it should come not next week, but the week after. So I'm very excited.
And that is
that's
sponsor of the Tour de Sock.
Yeah, so it's BugBear Woolens High Twist BFL, which will be interesting considering I have... So this is a, looks to be a 2-ply. We have 100% merino singles. We have...
I have to take all that wool with me. Tour de Sock starts. You
don't have to bring all of it. Do you have to bring all of it?
Maybe we need to look at the website, see if they give any ideas about what sock one will need. Maybe I could bring 2 or 3.
Okay. So then I have a multi-ply 75-25 superwash merino nylon. I have a 100% superwash plied as well. And a plied, what I believe is also a superwash merino. So it'll be my only BFL skein in a sweater or in a shawl of merino, which I think is fine. It feels different. It's really interesting to feel the difference. Yeah. But I think it'll be. I think it'll be fine. Yeah.
I think it'll be absolutely fine.
So I'm excited about that. And then
I'm so glad we talked about that. I have to bring that yarn.
We will look it up before I leave. And then I brought my yarn for my Tegna.
Okay.
By Boylan Knits. Because
That's all you need?
That's all I need.
Damn.
You need 800 yards. Well, not even. Hold on. Let me look it up. in true us fashion, we have an iPad over here with all of our necessary things. Tegna is, so I think I want to make, the 38 bust.
Okay.
Instead of the 30, I don't think I want to make the 35. That sounds too small.
That sounds too
so
small.
I'll make the 38, which is a small, which you need 800 yards.
Okay.
And I have, I think, just over 800 yards.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah. So then, because of course I want to knit all of the Caitlyn Hunter's patterns, I found my cephalopod yarn Skinny Bugga in Montauk Monster, which is this beautiful gray. And then I was like, well, what do I want to do for my from the Silpa? Have I downloaded it yet? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Let's see.
No idea.
It's beautiful. It's not the newest one. The newest one is Guthrie. But, not Silo. Stupid machine.
I just look at Caitlyn Hunter.
I will in just a moment. Also, Guthrie, we can go this way. Wayland Knitworks. And, come on, view all patterns. And Sipila.
Anyway, while I think of it,
It's finished.
The website for Rhinebeck should open tomorrow at noon. Right?
Yes. So if you are interested in classes, go look at them up now. Make an account. We should make you an account. We should make the accounts. Make the account, and then registration opens at noon tomorrow.
Yes.
So, well, what I was thinking for my Sipila. It's finished, and I'm having trouble. Well, so I was pulling out my bits and bobs because it's only, for the contrast color, you only need, for the short sleeve one, which is what I want to make. And again, this is all knit with Positive Ease. So I think I'm actually going to knit the extra small since the bust circumference is a 38.5. And I think that'll fit. And I think I'm going to knit the short sleeve size. So for the short sleeve, you only need 564 yards of the main color. And then you only need like 175 for the contrast color, which I'm pretty sure I have in all of my bits and bobs from my Oak Park.
Nice.
Yeah. So
that would be gorgeous.
What I'm thinking, let me pull up my Oak Park. That was right before I started my new job, which is no longer new, but you know. So I'm thinking of using this, which is Palisades, and maybe is it Palisades? It must be Palisades.
I'm surprised you wouldn't use that one.
It's not, I mean, it looks good, but like, look at how that looks. I'm gonna have to obviously do some swatching.
Yes. I think it might actually disappear.
Okay. So we have this as an option, and we also have, so that's Columbus, I think, and this is Hampton, I think. So all of those are options, and obviously I have enough yarn of all of them. So I'm thinking that is going to be my Sipila, whatever it is, because I'm having trouble saying that word. So the short sleeve colorwork sweater by Caitlyn Hunter. I'm also very intrigued with the Guthrie, but I have not found yarn yet in my stash that is appropriate for it. Because apparently this year is the year that I want to knit everything that's colorwork and everything that is Caitlyn Hunter. So we'll just, go with it. And I think it'll be the perfect project to use up some of these golden skeins, cold dead hands of cephalopod, because they are these are skinny buggas, so there's MCN. Just pet them.
You're going to just be lucky if I don't run away with them. I love them. And you know I love gray. So, yeah, you better just put them back in your bag.
Mine. And so, of course, they're golden, also because they're cephalopod, and we actually got to meet Sarah right before she closed doors.
Right.
And I
Lovely
think she's
person.
doing all right. I think she's up in Connecticut now.
Is she?
Yeah. Last I saw.
She had been in Baltimore.
Yeah, now she's up in Connecticut, I think, because it's closer to the family. To her family. But yeah, I think that's about it. We've been busy.
We have been busy.
Do we want to show off some of our stuff, or?
I think.
We'll wait?
We'll wait.
Okay.
We'll wait.
So.
Because once we get it skeined, I think it'll be better.
Okay. But yeah, so I think that's about it. So I'm going away this weekend, and I think, the blanket will be done. So then, yes. I think the next thing on my list after that is to get the Zweig to below the arms, and to finish out that first skein of the main color, and then, or almost finish out the first skein of the main color, and then I'll do the sleeves, and then I'll go back and finish the body, because we know how
Your arms go for so long.
My arms are so long. Yeah. I feel like Dad was shocked that I could reach the end of the spreader still being tied to the mast.
I think he was shocked.
He was like, "You're going to have to untie yourself." And I was like, "No." And he goes, "You're going to have to." So I untied myself, even though I didn't have to, because it made Dad feel a little better in some weird way.
Yeah. He was directing the whole process.
He was. Well, because all of a sudden, Mom went down below, and I was like, "Where the fuck did Mother go?" And he's like, "She is sitting on or above the keel in order to center the boat more fully." Okay, Dad. Okay, I appreciate.
It was so hot down there.
I know. I appreciate it. Well, I appreciate it because he was very concerned.
Very concerned. And of course, the reason you sit over the keel, center of the boat, is to keep the boat from rocking. And of course, by the time we had gotten organized to center at the mast, there were a few people out in the motorboats, and so there was a little bit of weight going on. Because God forbid we do this first.
Yeah, God forbid.
Yeah, there was no breeze. It was like a lake earlier, and he was futzing around with the engine.
Whatever. It was fine.
He could do by himself.
It was the perfect time for me to go up the mast.
Would have been better earlier.
It was fine. It was fine. It was better than than we had done it, when we came back.
Well, yeah, because then the wind comes up.
Yeah.
It takes till about 4:00 now for the southerly to come over Long Island, and that's when we started sailing. About 38 years ago, the southerly would be here by 1:30, 2:00. It's now 4:30 when it finally comes over the island. And what that's indicative of is how much more developed and how much more pavement there is, because as heat rises from the pavement, it blocks the southerly from coming over. And so it takes the southerly that long to get over this heat rise, this heat sink, to hit the North Shore. So the southerly came in as usual at 4:10, 4:30, and it was no longer a lake out there, which is perfect, except when you're sending someone up the mast.
It's okay. I had gone up earlier. But yeah, so I think that's about it.
I think that is about it.
I have purple hair. I finished my Mia. You finished your Moderne.
I did.
You're rocking on that Zweig. I'm rocking on this blanket. And,
I'm going to gather up my sock knitting needles. In fact, I may put that on hold.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide
if I'm sock knitting needles ready for the tour de socks. So we could use cheerleaders. Cheerleaders still have to pay the $10 to get all the patterns.
I think I might be a cheerleader.
I think that'd be great. And I think it kicks off something like July 5th or something like that.
There's a group, isn't there?
There is a group, yes.
de sock. Tour de sock. Registration opens the 1st of June and will go through July 5th. And I guess it starts on July 6th.
I must. All right.
Yeah. All right. So
Towards
I guess
the end of the trip.
Yeah.
And watch those fins. Those fins are amazing. So, well, that's good. So we'll be home during most of it. So that'll be excellent.
Yes. So you only need to bring
a couple needles,
yarn, and needles for the first sock.
Well, we have to see if they tell us what the first sock.
We will have to look it up.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, we're going to weave in those ends.
We will.
Want to thank you very much for being with us. I don't know if we welcome new people and people who've been with us for a while, but
we got
really
distracted.
Do appreciate you. In fact, someone said she likes knitting to us.
Oh, that's lovely.
Which is really nice.
Which, I mean, I like to do that to some of the knitting podcasts as well.
Absolutely. I was watching Wool and Vine yesterday. Yeah. Day before, something like that. So, yes, she's been sewing.
So I have heard.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, from Slow.
No, I've heard from Tanya.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
So yes, she's been sewing and was talking. Oh, shorts.
Yes,
shorts is what she was talking about. So anyway, so that's what I've been doing. We're going to weave in those ends. We thank everybody for watching us. God bless your little hearts.
Like and subscribe if you feel so moved.
Like it. If not, it's okay too. We'll
come join us.
Still love to have you.
Come join us in the Ravelry group, and if you have any WIPs you've been working on, please submit them.
Yes, please post them.
Currently, it's just Mom, myself, and Rachel. Come on, y'all.
That's right.
I mean, Rachel doesn't need another skein of yarn. She keeps telling us she doesn't, so...
Well, we could save the skein for us then.
We
could
save
give
the
her the
skein
rest
for
of the
else.
prizes.
Yes.
We have other things, Rachel. It's okay.
It is.
Yes.
But y'all, come on. At least give her a run for her money.
Please. Anyway, we will see you in 2.5, 3 weeks.
All right. Bye, y'all.